Discord doesn't want me.
All right, let's watch this. Discord does not want you to do this. Is this real or a little bit sensationalized? Let's give it a watch.
To say this, but when you sign up for Discord and agreed to their terms of service, you signed away your rights. You agreed to not.
Thank you, bro, for the 2 months. Yeah, I think any terms of service that you sign, though, no matter what company, is always terrifying. I noticed as well, like, have you noticed in the past, like, 5 years in video games when you have to sign, like, a UCLA thing? Like a terms of service, you literally cannot go past until you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and then the progress key is then, like, not grayed out anymore.
Not take Discord to court. Now, I'm nowhere close to a lawyer, but I'm going to explain what's going on, why this is bad, and how to opt out of this. Now, to explain what's going on, you might have that a lot of people are talking about how Discord wants to void your right to sue them in court. And all of these articles are popping up because recently Discord updated their terms of service. You know, the thing that nobody reads. And the most important part about Discord's terms of service is this point here. Agreement to arbitrate. So everything I'm going to talk about is for US residents.
I paused at the worst moment in the video, by the way. I paused at the worst moment in the video. How do you get that fat that, like, your meat packs are hanging over the sides?
Serious question.
How does that work?
US residents, but even as a non-US resident, I find this stuff pretty interesting. If you are a US resident, you agree to the following.
Okay, so this does not apply to anyone outside of America, right? It's only America.
Mandatory arbitration provision. Oh, we're getting fancy with the words here. Geez. Basically, if you want to sue Discord for whatever reason, you can't just go to the normal courts. Instead, you have to do something called arbitration. Now, I already know what you're thinking. I'm not going to sue Discord. I don't think I'm going to be suing Discord either, but this agreement to arbitrate really cripples you because now instead of doing like class action lawsuits, normal legal stuff, you are forced to arbitrate. And to explain how big of an issue this could potentially be, let me show you how this arbitration would work if Discord did a little bit of a whoopsie yuppie. So let's say Discord does what they do best, make poor decisions. And somehow in some point in the future, Discord has a big data breach. Or maybe there's this massive cyber criminal group that use Discord to scam millions of people for billions of dollars.
I mean, there are already so many Discord scams, it's unreal. Like, there's such a common one where people DM you and they're like, hey, can you try this game for me? I got this game. And then it's like a, what do they call it? It's like a confidence trick. No, what's the buzzword? Like social engineering, which makes them sound like a mastermind, but they're basically just trying to trick you into thinking they're your mate because it's a hijacked account. And then, like, you'll download the program, you'll run it, and then you'll get your entire account hijacked.
And we figured out through a little bit of investigation that Discord did nothing to stop it. Or maybe it turns out that Discord was training your messages on AI, even though they said they wouldn't. Now, let me be super clear. I made these up. These are hypothetical situations that could happen in the future. In reality, Discord actually has been sued. Parents sued Discord because their children were experiencing what happens a lot on Discord, unfortunately. So this real-life example plus all of those fake...
The group chat was leaked. The group chat has already been leaked. It's never been moreover.
Potential scenarios would be perfect for a class action lawsuit. Now, do you see that handsome man on the screen? Yeah, that's me. And I definitely know what a class action lawsuit is. And I didn't have to go on Wikipedia to figure.
I mean, this doesn't surprise me that Discord does this. I feel most companies would do this to kind of like, because the bigger you get as a company, the more liable you are to lawsuits. Like, people will come after you. You make yourself, the bigger your income is, the bigger you make yourself a target.
It out. But basically, a class
so they're basically just trying to, like, cover themselves.
Lawsuit is where a whole bunch of people were affected by something that Discord might have done. Let's say there was a data breach. Well, all of those people will group up, and they will be represented collectively by a couple of lawyers, and they will sue Discord for buckets of money. Man, it'd be nice to have some of that money, right? Well, you can't, because you agreed to arbitrate. You cannot be part of the class action lawsuits. That means if Discord did anything stupid, and you want to sue Discord, you literally need to 1v1 Discord's legal team through arbitration. And it's not just Discord's arbitration process.
So that, I'm assuming, again, I'm not a lawyer, surprisingly. I've watched a lot of Better Call Saul, but I'm not a lawyer. So I'm guessing that means if you took Discord to court, you could only do it yourself, and you can't, like, you know, you can't gank them in a class action. So you basically have to be someone incredibly wealthy. You have to be like some kind of like tech billionaire or something to even have a chance in court. Because that really is what court boils down to a lot of the time. It really is just who has the more expensive lawyer. Because the more expensive lawyer will have more time on their hands. That's why, like, the pro bono stuff is just the free lawyer. Because when you get a lawyer that's like pro bono, like free, they have to deal with so many cases at once. They can only allocate such a small amount of time to your case. But then if you get like a premium one, they can dedicate all their time to you, and they probably charge like $200 an hour or something.
but you also agreed to Discord's dispute process.
Elon Musk should buy Discord and then delete it. Also, serious question though, like no meme. Someone in chat just said Elon should buy Discord and then delete it, right? And I know that's a funny haha, but unironically, if Discord got nuked, where would you all go? Where would you all go? Back to Tumblr? To Twitter? To TeamSpeak? The reason why Discord is so successful is because there just isn't anything else. There is not a WhatsApp. Okay, what? You're gonna get all you're gonna get all someone said Facebook. What's the one that all the furries and the Russians use? What's that one? The one that deletes your message? The one that's meant to be encrypted? No one said that in chat. Telegram, that's the one. That's the one. VK. No, VK is just Russian Facebook. Yeah, I've never used Telegram. I just know furries use it. No, not easy. It's Steam group chat. Imagine. Oh my god. I actually think an AOL dial-up connection would be better than that.
And again, you agreed to this because you agreed to the terms of service. Now, it's never a good idea to trust a Discord YouTuber about legal stuff, but I took a look around the internet and there are articles where it talks about people opposing forced arbitration. And the reasons why they oppose arbitration is first, that individuals
Someone said they're going to use 9gag. That might actually be the best suggestion.
are often unaware that they agreed to force arbitration. Let's be honest, before this video even started, did you have any clue that this existed? Media did a pretty good job with all their news articles, but you probably had no idea, which is a bad thing, because the second issue with forced arbitration is that it limits what you can do for resolving a dispute. You don't have the public courts anymore. You have to go through Discord's process of arbitration. And how does that look like?
They got a really good lawyer for this. They got a really good lawyer. For a funny little messaging app where you can buy like you can buy an emote where your profile picture farts, and they got some like Saul Goodman god tier lawyer for this.
Well, if you want to settle a dispute between you and Discord, welcome to Discord's legal gauntlet of doom. So let's say Discord did the most heinous crime on the planet. They stole my copy of Luigi's Mansion on the GameCube. Well, since I agreed to Discord's terms of service, I also agreed to reaching out to Discord before initiating a lawsuit or arbitration. And to do that, I need to email Discord.
By far the closest thing to Discord 1:1 might be Gilded, which is owned by Roblox.
Gilded? What's Gilded? For gaming communities. See, you said it's owned by Roblox, and that was an instant red flag. Because I assumed it would be like a kid's chat or something. Oh god, yeah, it's even all black like Discord. Oh, they just stole from Discord. Like that is the exact same layout. That is exactly the same. Well, I guess like if it isn't broke, don't fix it. Wow, that isn't Discord. They stole every... Look at that. It's exactly the same. I mean, I get it. If it isn't broke, don't fix it. Because a lot of competitors, they'll come out with their own app. And then the UI is so different, it just puts people off. So stealing it is actually kind of genius. I'm amazed they haven't been sued. Surely they're going under a lawsuit, right? Because this is exactly the same as Discord. Like, when he goes to the main tab, that is all the same. That's wild.
Discord with my information and a detailed description of the issue and how I'd like them to resolve it.
Team you Discord. I mean, it probably sells a little bit more of your data, so yeah.
Now, this is where things get interesting, because Discord for the next 60 days are going to try and gaslight me into thinking that this is not a big deal. You didn't need Luigi's Mansion. It was actually ours in the first place. I realize this example isn't making a whole lot of sense, but within these 60 days, Discord and their legal team, in my opinion, are going to try and gaslight you into thinking it's not a big deal. You shouldn't try to sue us or take us to arbitration. That's expensive. Just take $20 and be on your way.
This looks like trying to leave like a YouTube MCN. It's like trying to leave Machinima. It's like the contract is auto-renewing. You can leave if you give 60 days notice.
But if you see through their shadiness
Thank you, Brooke, for joining.
to take them to court, well, you can't, because you agreed to arbitration. So now it's time to go to arbitration. Now, what is arbitration? Well, Discord outlines what it is, but...
I like how it's taken him a third of the video to explain what arbitration is. He could actually be a Pyro Live contender. This guy could be a Pyro Live contender. He takes longer to get to the point than I do in Pyro Live videos. A man of the people. I mean, I get the hustle. I get the hustle. This video would have been 4 minutes if you went to the point. I get it. I get it. I get the hustle. I respect it. No hate.
holy shit, it is dense and boring, and it really doesn't matter about the details because you're going to be opting out, which I'll show you how to do later, and you should do that. But arbitration is kind of this informal court. You have Discord and their lawyer, you and hopefully your lawyer, and then you have an arbitrator in the middle, who is usually an ex-judge who will hear both sides of the stories, what damages you want, etc., all the details. So the arbitrator will use all that information and the Tonka gears in their brain to make a decision. And this is where things start to get bad, and why this whole arbitration...
Yeah, I was going to say, like, at the minute, this seems fine. It just seems to be a backroom court, not like an actual court.
Arbitration clause is bad because here's the thing: Discord's arbitration is binding on both you and Discord. So what that means is once the arbitrator comes to a conclusion, you have to do what they say. You can't appeal it. And remember that website made by people who knew what they were talking about? Well, they also pointed out the same issue. Arbitration is a private system without a judge, jury, or a right to appeal. So we know that once the arbitrator makes their decision, you can't appeal it. That's just how it is. But
this okay, I'm not a legal expert, but that doesn't sound like a bad thing though, because isn't that like if you win, Discord can't appeal? So it's basically like it's basically like buckshot roulette, double or nothing, but for both sides. Unless I'm getting it wrong, because it sounds like if you lose, that's it, GG's. But if Discord loses, they lose. They can't reapply. Like they can't appeal. GG's.
things are even worse because arbitrators aren't required to take the law and legal precedent into account in making their decisions. So any past legal case, they're not going to think about that. And the thing that really...
Oh, they're not... Right. They're not required to take the law and legal precedent into account. It's like it's like you murdered someone on Discord, and then the arbitrator's like, oh, well, we don't really take murder into account. You know, we don't really look into the law.
Making their decisions. So any past legal case, they're not going to think about that. And the thing that really ticks me off the most is...
No, I don't care about the appeal thing. I care about they're not required to take the law and legal precedent into account. What does that mean? What does that mean? That doesn't make sense. Like, you're all, like, even if they're not like a law entity, I guess, if they're not a judge or a jury. I mean, the guy just said in the video himself, they're an ex-judge. But it's like they don't care about the law? What's the point of the lawsuit then? Oh, America. America's actually a meme.
Any past legal case, they're not going to think about that. And the thing that really ticks me off the most is the fact that there is no appeal or public review of any of the decisions. All of this is private. If this isn't public, then people don't know what bad stuff Discord has done because it's all settled privately behind closed doors. No one can know about it. And do you want to know the best part about Discord forcing you to arbitrate? It's the fact that you've been forced to arbitrate since 2018.
I mean, I'm not. It says a US citizen, right? So I'm not. Anyone outside America isn't.
Back on October 16th of 2018, Discord made a blog post talking about the terms of service feedback and changes. And during this time, they introduced their new
I have to confess again, I want to kill another man, this time in Narad. He's a 22-year-old man. Tomorrow he'll do the did.
Okay, don't do that. Because then you'll be sat in a back room with Discord, and then you'll lose and you can't appeal. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look, it's not worth it. Don't do it. I know you hate this guy. Don't do it.
And class action.
Why are so many streams unlisted? Because we're putting them onto the VODs channel. We got the... Let me do a little shill. Look at this. We got the VODs channel. Here is the VODs channel where we upload all of our content. Free of copyright strikes and edited down. Very good. Very good.
Waiver clause. And the thing about this article is that it actually peels back the curtain a little bit because Discord explains why they changed it. This is what Discord...
The VODs take too long. We're getting them out quicker. We had a problem with one of the streams we unlisted. It's been like removed. You know the most recent one I did playing Crab Souls? It's unavailable for some reason. Like we click on it and it just says like the stream isn't available. So we've had to talk to like a YouTube technician that's going to try and like revert it.
Discord wants you to think when in reality it's a little bit different. Discord says that the current legal landscape in the United States of America is such that class action lawsuits can be abused. We at Discord are just trying to protect ourselves from the evil people.
What is the most ridiculous lawsuit imaginable? I swear I remember one of someone like slipping on a Q-tip and they got paid 50 million. And wasn't there someone that like sued McDonald's because they had a rat in their burger? McDonald's sued over a rat burger. This is 2001. What's the payout? 11.2 million. The thing is, though, with these lawsuits, there's a cap. So they're never actually going to get paid more. They never get paid more than like $250,000 or something. A rat in burger is not a crazy sue. No, I never said it was. Ah, it's the Red Bull gives you wings one. That's right. A guy sued Red Bull and he got paid 13 million because obviously Red Bull had the, you know, the little tagline, Red Bull gives you wings. So anyone in the US who bought at least one can could be entitled to... Wait, is that it? Oh, was it a class action lawsuit? So basically everyone gets money, so no one gets money. So great, you get $10. £9 worth of Red Bull goods. But the fact they had to give away 13 million overall is pretty funny. Yep, 13 million settlement. Which accused the company of class action lawsuit. Yeah, like basically representing everyone in America. 13 mil, I mean, that's not a lot for Red Bull, but...
It seems rational.
That's kind of funny though, just suing over an advertisement. That's like that's like if I said, guys, there's a new main channel video out next month and it doesn't come out, you guys could sue me for false advertising.
But let's actually see what the reality is. Discord doesn't...
$10 is $10. Okay, well, you go sue them. You get $10 and then donate it as a TTS here. Thank you, Freaky, for the 5. When are you going to make a video on fear? Some point. I want to do it on the expansions and that. Like Perseus Mandate, Extraction Point. Actually, no, Perseus Mandate was dog shit, but yeah.
Want any...
And Fear 2, I really like Fear 2. Everyone hates Fear 2. Fear 3 is ass, though. Forget that.
Class action lawsuit against them, even if Discord makes a royal fuck-up. If they leak all of your data, they don't want to be involved in a class action lawsuit. This is solely used to reduce Discord's liability. Most people aren't going to solo 1v1 mono Discord's legal team because they are corporate lawyers. Those people aren't human. They're aliens. But class action lawsuit lawyers are a whole different breed of monster. And with a class action lawsuit, it's just a lot easier to sue Discord because they do all the work for you. But if you agree to arbitrate, you can't be in a class action lawsuit because you didn't opt out. And if you're not part of the class action lawsuit, then Discord doesn't have to pay as much money, which explains why they force you to arbitrate. But the thing is that not everything is black and white because class action lawsuits have a lot of cons and a lot of pros. For example, there was a class action lawsuit against Facebook in Canada where they used a whole bunch of people's faces for sponsored stories, and they sued them for a whopping 51 million Canadian dollars. And what...
That's a lot of money, but because it's class action, it's going to get paid out to everyone, so everyone will literally get $1.
What do you get for being in Facebook's ad without your consent? $200.
Yeah, there you go. Literally nothing. Actually nothing. Actually nothing. I mean, wait, how much is 200 Canadian? Hang on. Oh my God, you have a... Bro, how do people in Canada survive? You got like monopoly money. That means nothing. What? The money was halved. Actually stolen money. Crazy.
$51 million and you get 200. So where did the $51 million go? Well, it goes to those good old class action lawyers who probably use it to, like, I don't know, buy another fucking yacht or something. For legal reasons, this is my opinion. Please.
I didn't know that. I actually thought Facebook used that many people that all the money was evenly distributed. But yeah, that makes sense that the class action would just take like a huge chunk of it.
Do not sue me. But the benefits of class action lawsuits is that it punishes Discord a lot. If Discord had to pay $51 million for their big royal fuck-up, that is a good punishment. And Discord wants to avoid being punished, so they're going to be a good company. And Discord's going to be more inclined to do that if everyone opts out of the...
SEC would be worth even less. Yep, SEC is a meme currency. If anyone doesn't know what Augustus is on about, it's Swedish krona. Swedish krona is an actual meme currency. It's like the Vietnamese dong. It has no value. It's a meme. You go into a shop in Sweden and you see a water bottle that's like 3,000. It just doesn't make any sense. Look at this. Look at this. $100 in Swedish krona. $100 is 1,000. Nonsense meme currency. Like every time I go over to that country, I don't understand why they just add like 3 zeros onto everything. Nonsense. I go to Sweden like every month and I'm just like why is the water so expensive? It's like, oh, our economy has no money because Norway has all the oil.
The arbitration clause. Now, just like class action lawsuits, arbitration is a mix of both good and bad. It's not just 100% evil or 100% positive.
Wait, I gotta look at Vietnamese dong now. That one is a meme. Hang on. $100 to Vietnamese dong. This will actually be like 9 billion. Worst currency.
Hey Pyro, you should
Worst
make a slot
currency.
video.
Confusing as all heck because arbitration itself is really expensive. But if you look through Discord's arbitration agreement, they actually do something pretty good. You're going to be responsible for the first $100 towards the filing fee. And if you're seeking less than $75,000, Discord will pay the remainder of the filing fee and both parties' administrative fees. Unless, of course, the arbitrator finds that you're making a completely bogus legal statement or it's frivolous, but Discord will cover your costs, assuming you're not trying to seek more than $75,000. So that is a benefit, but if you take a step back and think about it for a second, Discord would much rather pay $75,000 than, $51 million.
They probably make more than 75k in 10 minutes from the amount of people using Nitro. Like, there's a reason why there are bot accounts going around trying to hack people to get accounts with Discord Nitro. It is like the coveted Reddit gold.
So business-wise, it makes a whole bunch
It's like, if I give Discord my money every month, I get to have a profile picture that moves around. It moves. I mean, I have Nitro on my Discord account. I don't even know what I use it for. But I still pay it because I'm an idiot. And my profile picture isn't even animated.
sense for Discord to do this. And for the rest of the pros and cons about arbitration, funny enough,
Do you remember super reactions on Discord? You could do like 5 super reactions a month and it was basically just an emoji that was a GIF.
Discord actually put them in their terms of service blog post because
The fart profile picture. I did actually buy the fart profile picture separately. That's the only thing I bought from Discord apart from Nitro.
if you scroll down, they have a whole bunch of resources, but they have this article here pointing out how someone can abuse class action lawsuits. And if we open it up, it talks about how Netflix class action lawsuit shows that class action lawsuits are mostly about making lawyers rich, which I can agree with this. However, they also made a blog post as a counterpoint. Here's another article by the same dude detailing how arbitration is not much better. And if we open it up, it says that the system may be bad, but arbitration is worse. And the thing about this article that I really want to point out is that they say in cases between businesses and individuals, which most likely will happen if you go to arbitration with Discord, businesses win nearly 97% of the time.
That is an insane number, but not surprising in the slightest. I remember when Apple got sued. Hang on, let me find it. They got sued in Ireland, I think. And they had to pay like... Oh, there we go. They had to pay 11 billion. Apple suffers setback in fight against EU. Because I think this was about... It's a tax bill. Is this about the USB-C leads? Because if you guys don't know, like in Europe now, like Apple has to make their ports USB-C, not Lightning, which is a godsend. Like, thank God they did that. But I think this was like them trying to dodge tax. Most companies are set up in Ireland, though. Like, if you're in the UK and you get paid by YouTube, you actually get paid by Google because Google own YouTube, and then their offices are all in Ireland, not in the UK.
97%. And it's not hard to see why, because arbitrators
WEU regulation, yeah. For every 20 bad legislations, they do a semi-decent one.
are usually chosen jointly by both parties, but the companies are the ones that are going
Oh, Jaime Pyro's here. Slap channel rating 1. Dolan Darkest 2. Jaime Pyro 3. Most Critical 98.
to be
Pyro Live. Why'd you not even list me? I'm tabbing you out. I'm tabbing you out. I'm telling you, your ego's got too big. Your ego's got too big.
back for more and more arbitration.
His ego's gotten way too big. He needs to be put on the naughty step for a minute.
And if an arbitrator rules against the company, then they won't be on the future list at all. Like these people say, it doesn't take a genius in
He can't handle the truth.
game theory to recognize that the arbitrator will be under tremendous pressure to side with the company so that they can, keep their job. Everyone is about self-preservation, and the companies exploit it so that they win 97% of the time. All right, I'm going to stop role-playing as Saul Goodman, and I'm just...
It really does show, like, whoever has the most amount of money wins. That really is it. It's like what I said at the start. You get a better lawyer, they've got better experience, they've got more time for your case. Because as an individual, like, you're not going to have the money that Discord makes probably in a month in your lifetime.
Gonna hit it with you straight. If this arbitration agreement was meant to protect you only, Discord wouldn't force you to arbitrate. This arbitration agreement is only to protect Discord's best interests. So instead of losing 97% of the time, let's figure out how to opt out of this agreement. You can actually opt out of arbitration by emailing an opt-out notice to Discord, which I'll show you how to do, but the main thing I want to point out is that if you opt out of arbitration, nothing will happen to your Discord account. You won't be punished, nothing.
What?
Super important thing is that you have a time limit when you can opt out. And
Oh, is this when you make your account? Oh, this is already come and gone.
Now you need
Wait, so this is already come and gone, right?
to opt out within 30 days of April 15th, 2024. So that means that you need to opt out by May 15th, which is pretty
Oh, 30 days. Why did I thought that was 60 days? I'm stupid.
soon. So get on it right now.
Okay. I might actually opt out. I honestly, though, I do feel like if you opt out, you're going to be put on some kind of watch list. Like, they're saying nothing bad will happen to you, but 100%, if you can't opt out, they will put you on some kind of watch list.
Now, and just as a side note, if you register your Discord account, you can opt out within 30 days of making it. But you're a Discord degenerate. You've been on Discord for multiple years. I know you. But
Wait, couldn't you just, like, make a new Discord account and then opt out there? Does that work?
like I said at the beginning, this only applies to people in the United States. If you ain't part of America, you don't need to worry about any of this.
Based! Another reason why it's good to not be an American. Another reason! W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
Click off the video now. Bye-bye. I love you. Mwah. All right.
I like how he said that 11 minutes in. 11 minutes in. Thank you for that, mate. Appreciate it.
My freedom people, let's do this opt-out. So what you need to do is you need to send an email to arbitration-optout@discord.com.
Imagine it's just a scam email and it just bounces back straight away.
Again, this will be in the description. Just copy and paste it so you don't mess anything up. For the subject line, we're going to do arbitration opt-out-user ID. We're going to fill out the user ID a little bit later and then copy and paste the body of the email. Now, we need to replace this user ID, email, and name with actual information. So I filled out both the email and the name because that's obvious, but now we need to find our user ID, which you might have not done before. But what you need to do is you need to go into Discord, go to your user settings, scroll down to advanced, then you need to enable developer mode. Once you do that, go into any one of your Discord servers, send a message, then right-click your name and click copy user ID. This is a unique number that identifies your Discord
I'm so happy I'm not an American, bro. I'm actually so happy. I have no idea.
account. And we need to include this because if you change your account's email, you kind of just want a paper trail, okay? This is just covering your ass. So we got this big number. We're going to go into Discord.
Did he censor the word ass? Did he censor the word ass? Unwatchable. Unwatchable.
And we are going to replace user ID with that number, both in the subject line and also in the body where it says user ID. Now, at this point, if you're American, click on that big send button, baby. You want to send this email to Discord and also make sure to save this email. Keep this for your records in case you ever do need to sue Discord, which hopefully you don't have to. But again, I'm surprised every day by what happens on Discord because every day you just get your brain rotted even.
Let me lick your feet heel to toe. I'd say that's disgusting, but I'm never allowed to judge anyone's Discord messages ever again in my life.